Another week of trade deal is close, trade deal is not so close, trade deal is close. This is the Silver Reports Weekly Review, where we take a look at all of the headlines that move the markets during the week. On Monday, the markets processed more tariff news. The Dow closed down 268 points, the S&P closed down 27 points, and the Nasdaq closed down 97 points. The markets fell sharply after President Trump reimposed tariffs on Brazilian and Argentinian steel and aluminum. Weaker manufacturing numbers in November also played a part in bringing the markets down on Monday. Late on Monday, President Trump threatened tariffs on $2.4 billion of French goods, and Roku stock fell 15% following a downgrade. On Tuesday, the Dow closed down 280 points, the S&P closed down 20 points, and the Nasdaq closed down 47 points. The markets closed down for a third day in a row after President Trump implied that a trade deal may not happen until after the 2020 election. In other news, Google founders Sergey Brin and Larry Page announced that they are both stepping down as Google's president and co-CEO. They'll both stay on as board members, and Sundar Pichai will serve as CEO of Google as well as Alphabet going forward. Amazon and Verizon partnered up to launch Wavelength, a service that uses 5G to transfer data at faster speeds. In earnings news, Salesforce beat EPS estimates by 9 cents and revenue estimates by $60 million. Workday reported an EPS beat by 16 cents and a revenue beat by $17.4 million. And Marvell Technology reported an EPS of 17 cents, which was in line with analyst estimates, and a revenue beat by $1.5 million. On Wednesday, the markets were sparked by President Trump giving positive outlook on a U.S.-China Phase 1 trade deal. The Dow closed up 146 points, the S&P closed up 19 points, and the Nasdaq closed up 46 points, snapping a streak of 3 losing days in a row. Another week of deal, no deal. In earnings news, Slack reported an EPS beat by 6 cents and a revenue beat by $12.5 million. Five Below beat EPS estimates by a penny and revenue by $3.8 million. The stock jumped 5% in after-hours trading. And Campbell Soup reported an EPS beat by 7 cents but missed on revenue by $20 million. On Thursday, the markets closed up for a second day in a row. The Dow closed up 28 points, the S&P closed up 4 points, and the Nasdaq closed up 4 points. The markets continued to run off the optimism of a trade deal getting done. In earnings news, Ulta Beauty reported an EPS beat by 10 cents but missed on revenue by $10 million. Kroger missed on EPS and revenue by 2 cents and $210 million respectively. DocuSign reported an EPS beat by 7 cents and a revenue beat by $9 million. Dollar General reported an EPS beat by 4 cents and a revenue beat by $100 million. And Tiffany reported an EPS miss by 20 cents and a revenue miss by $30 million. On Friday, the markets hit all-time highs after a better than expected jobs number. The Dow closed up 337 points, the S&P closed up 28 points, and the Nasdaq closed up 85 points after non-farm payroll increased by 266,000 in November versus the 180,000 that was expected. After the big drop on Monday, the S&P was able to squeak out a gain on the week, but the Dow and Nasdaq closed below last week's prints. Big Lots was up 31% on the day after reporting an EPS beat by 2 cents and a revenue beat by $10 million. In crypto news, Bitcoin's price fell from last week's close. Bitcoin was trading at $7,435.91 on the day. Ethereum was trading at $148.18, Litecoin was trading at $45.17, and Ripple was trading at 22 cents. Crude oil closed the week out at $59.02 per barrel, up 6.9% from last week's close. The catalyst for the move up was OPEC agreeing to cut oil production by 500,000 barrels per day. The cuts are expected to last until March. A big winner for the week was Urania Pharmaceuticals, which increased 94% on the week after a positive trial for its lupus-related drug. A big loser for the week, Sage Therapeutics, which decreased 58% on the week after its depression drug failed a drug study. If you're ready to get serious about investing and creating wealth, check out our latest quarterly newsletter, The Silver Report, serious investment ideas presented in a way that experienced and new investors can understand. If you're ready to master the markets, check out our newsletter at civilreport.com. Also, a link to sign up to our weekend article in Focus is in the description below, and any headlines you want to read more about, the link to the full story is also in the description below. Thanks again for checking out the Silver Reports Market Review. This channel is dedicated to anyone who wants to start investing but doesn't know how or where to start. If you have any questions, ask in the comment section, like and subscribe, and may your next investment be your best investment. See you next week.